What is left behind? What will be left behind when we take out the thoughts inside us, memories inside, and emotional imprints, and also the memories of the past and insecurity feeling of the future. Suppose we take out all these things from us, from our being, what is the balance? Anyone can guess and say? Huh?
Here and now.
Here and now. Yes?
Love.
Love.
Depths of the universe.
Depth of universe. Knowing. Knowing the unknown, because thoughts are very known. No thought is a stranger, is already familiar with, is a repetition. Knowing of the unknown. What else?
Balance of the conscious and the unconscious.
Yeah. Peace, absolutely. Essence, absolutely.
Consciousness.
Yeah?
Consciousness.
Consciousness.
About joy. Joy.
Joy.
Spirit.
Experience.
No, spirit.
Spirit, yes. Spirit. It's a little bit a tricky word. Spirit. We have to be careful on this. Spirit. Many of them are familiar with that. Spirit, outer spirit. Yes. Are they different? What we described now? Are they different entities? The consciousness, the peace, the joy, depth of existence, all these things seems to be different by words. They are not different. They are one and the same. In one word you can say it's oneness, that's all. The journey of spirituality is a journey from duality to oneness. From diversity to unity. That is what you described in the name of peace, joy, consciousness, knowing the unknown. All these words are individual understanding. They are actually one. The essence, you may call it in different names according to the understanding and experience. It's one. What we are looking and seeking in life is the same which you said. Nothing else we are looking for. Everybody in the world, not only we who are sitting here. 7 billion people around the world or more seeking only one thing. They are not seeking many things. Though it looks like they are looking and searching for many things. For example, like searching money, seeking money, prosperity, this and that and this looks like different searchings, but the real searching is this, the inner essence. Some people search it in the right direction. Some of them they don't. They don't know how to search. This is the only difference. The people, they don't know how to search. They have an idea that money will give happiness, power will give peacefulness, position in the society will provide relaxation. Rather, it may create tension. It's opposite. You just watch the children, they are very joyful, in utterly relaxed state, because they don't have any interest of position. Level in the society, power. No greediness. That's why they are very joyous by nature. The same quality of the child is within everyone. The child is hidden now. The journey of spirituality is nothing but finding the child again, the infant child. That's the only seeking. There are not many seeking, only one seeking, one searching. Searching the inner child. The name of the child is peace. The name of the child is bliss. Child has different names. Why only one name? Why not many names? But the truth is, the child is waiting inside the heart. The so-called pain, suffering, sorrow, discomforts in life, uneasiness, all these things, because of lack of understanding this simple truth. Truth is always simple. It's the mind which is creating complication around the truth. Because mind is an achiever. Easy things are little bit careless for the mind. It's nothing. The child inside. I want to do bigger things. Want to do bigger things. I want to become big, big, big. What will be bigger than this child? There is nothing bigger than this child. The child is everything. The child within is everything. those who found and realized the child, they are the most blessed people on the earth. We may call them God person, God man, holy beings. What is holiness? Finding this child is such a holiness. Inner child. There is no different holiness other than finding and living with this child. That is exactly the reason everybody likes the child. Doesn't matter whether the child belongs to some other parents or their own, doesn't matter. Everybody wants to hug the child. Why it is so? What is the science behind it? What is the psychology behind it? Because the inside child is so attracted to the outside child. For a moment, we forget ourselves, who we are. We may be a great manager or executive or CEO of a great multinational company. It doesn't matter. Hold the child, kiss the child. It's so attractive. It's a reflection. The outer child is a reflection of the inner child. That's why everyone in the world wants to hug a child. Even with a so-called stranger child. I have seen in my villages, the adult people, they will make some little quarrels here and there in their life. They will form some enmity between families. But in spite of the enmity among the family, when the child from the opposite family come, they kiss and hug secretly. Can we do the same way with the adult? We are very much hesitant. We don't want to see their face. When it comes to the adult state, the enmity continues. But when it comes to child, even though it's a son or a daughter of our so-called enemy family, we secretly want to hug the child and kiss the child. Okay, go. Your dad is seeing. Your mom will scold you. Please go. I've seen many incidents. I used to observe these things. What's happening there? Why so much attraction? This is the attraction. There is a child waiting to be recognized, to live with, to play with. It's lonely. The child always wants to play with the other children as well as adults also. It's such a playfulness for a child. When I say child, I call a playfulness is waiting inside. I don't know, you suddenly become so serious. I don't know who has created a law or a formula. Once you become adult, you be serious. I don't know who has created this idea. Very rarely few adults are very playful. "90 out of 100 people, adults, so-called adults, they are so serious in everything. Seriousness is the indication the ego is existing. No need to go to the scanning center. Whether I have an ego or not, please check. The very presence of the seriousness confirming presence of ego. There's nothing to be serious here. For what? Everything is happening. Nobody is doing. It's a mind creating an idea that it is doing everything. The doership is ego. Are we doing something for the sun to rise every day? Or are we doing something for the sun at least to sun setting? Or are we doing something to create a clouds like this? Is it our effort? Or the sun shines again? The changing situation around us? Changing is natural. Changing means moving. Moving means functioning. Is automatic. No one can stop it even if we decide to stop it. Can we decide? Can we have a decision to stop a sun not rising next day for another 2-3 days? Make a holiday. Holiday for the sun. An urgent meeting. Emergency meeting. To know ourselves. What's going on? Why so much tension is appearing here and there in my life? Why worries are popping up? Why fears are coming? Why I am not able to sleep well? What is blocking me? We are here just to check up, verify. So all these mega works are happening. Metabolism. Metabolism, anabolism and catabolism is keep on happening in every cell of the body. Who is doing that? Also outside. Inside the same story, outside also the same story. A power which is doing all these things, a superpower, which is governing the digestion, circulation, assimilation, metabolism, all this great work. We just throw few vegetables and food, it's converting into blood. What a miracle. I've never seen such a miracle equivalent to this miracle. You throw some food, after a few hours it's converted into blood. So magical. Are we doing that? We are only making the food closer to the stomach, that's all. We are doing only this much work. Reducing the gap between the food and the stomach. A simple work. The rest is taken care. Even that small work is not done by us actually, if you look into it very carefully. Suppose there is no appetite here, will you do that? So who is the cause for doing even bringing the food inside the stomach? Who is creating? Unless there is a stomach, how will you bring the food inside your stomach? So the cause is always created by the Supreme Power. This is what I am saying when I say everything is a happening. Nobody is doing anything. We think that we are doing. We think. Just an idea. The very idea is the cause of creation of ego. You just imagine, a simple idea is so powerful to create such a big, rocky ego. And then, once the ego is created, it's natural, the sorrow, the suffering, the pain, the discomfort in life, caused by ego. It's not enough to analyze and find out that ego is the cause of suffering, pain, all kind of discomforts in life. It is important to know how the ego is created. We have to go to the root cause. Of course, ego is the cause of suffering. It's a very superficial analysis. We have to go very deep into that. The so-called moralist, moralists, the philosophers, they come and stand on the stage, thousands of people sitting ready to listen to them. They say, ego is the cause of everything, so live egoless. They go away. They get an applause. Oh, what a beautiful talk. Very beautiful talk. I only know the difficulty of the ego. I am carrying it for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. It's always sleeping with me also. It's not only the dog and the cat is sleeping by side. There is an invisible person always sleeping with you. A stranger. It is very dangerous to sleep with this stranger. That's why the emergency meeting now. This night at least, onwards, we shouldn't sleep with the stranger. The stranger, ego is the stranger. Foreign product. This is what the moralists, so-called moralists and philosophers are doing in the world. They are writing books. Ego is the cause of your suffering. Please, without ego you live. Okay. The book is over. I had no idea of writing any book in my life, but after seeing all these ridiculous writings of the so-called philosophers advising people, I don't like advices from my childhood. That's why I had to move from one teacher to another teacher. Advice is such a cheap thing. So, some few months before I decided to release a book. That's what you are seeing there outside. The human anthem, the song of human being. I wanted to present how the ego is formed, how to go about it, instead of just advising, live egoless life. I think with the possible understanding of my experience I have expressed in the book. There are 142 ways the ego can survive. 142 ways and means the ego can manage itself. I felt that before writing the book that I think this helpline may be of great help for many people. How the ego is formed, how it is functioning, and give pain and sorrow and suffering. How to take off. Not only I am mentioning that 142 ways the ego is trying itself to be present. And also I have given an idea that how to get rid of it. How to live a free from ego situation. How to go about it.